All right, third round. You know the rules. Robots do the painting. You do the guessing, and I give the clues. Now, you may not need many clues if you know your supermodels. This is the top 20 supermodels of all time. Top 20. So, first couple might be hard. Number 20. A California girl meets runway royalty. She became a Victoria's Secret angel, but still gives off surfer sister tall. You've seen her in Sports Illustrated, strutting with confidence and charm. She's also part of a rock and roll dynasty, married to the Kings of Leon bassist. Her grace and glamour made her bridge between Victoria's Secret's bombshells and boho chic. Now she does come, number 20, so it's hard, right? She comes from modeling lineage, though. Her mother was a Playboy playmate in the 1970s. That probably doesn't help. California girl. Yeah, the first couple might be hard, but there are a lot of these will be very easy for you. So we'll see. All right, any guesses? Going once, going twice. This is Miss Lily Aldridge. Lily Aldridge. Like I said, she comes from modeling lineage. Her mother was a Playboy playmate in the 1970s. There she is, Lily. All right. Yeah, hard one. All right, now I definitely recognize this gal, but I don't know if I would have known her name because it's hard to say. But she is a Dutch beauty who looks like she stepped out of a Vermeer painting. She moved from the Netherlands to top every designer's call sheet. She is known for her luminous skin and quiet confidence. They probably all are. Her Victoria's Secret strut was just one chapter in a high fashion career. She embodied a rare mix of ethereal and powerhouse. Now, something I'm realizing in this category is that from supermodel to supermodel, the clues are all going to be the same. They're all kind of the same. Unless you recognize them. Anybody know who this gal is? She's very pretty. She's a good-looking girl. Not that they aren't all. Now, her name is Doutzen Kroes. Doutzzenkroes. There she is. Okay. Like I said, they're a little obscure, 2019. Now, this one's less obscure. She was definitely very famous for lots of Sports Illustrated. Okay? I bet you get this one. She's an Israeli bombshell who brought Mediterranean heat to the global runway. Her Sports Illustrated cover made waves and a few calendars. With campaigns from Chanel to Garnier, she conquered both beachwear and billboards. Like I said, the clues are going to be the same for everybody. She's famous not just for modeling, but for a high-profile Hollywood romance. She's been a girlfriend. Her girl next door glow made her a favorite of brands and tabloids alike. Gal Gadot. Well, so that was the Israeli reference, right? It's not Gal. Gal Gadot was not a supermodel, I would say. But this gal definitely is. Anybody remember it? Another Israeli supermodel in Sports Illustrated year after year. She was the first Israeli model to land a major Sports Illustrated cover, sparking national pride. There she is. Her name is Bar Raffaele. Bar Raffaele. There you go. I think you heard of her now, right? You've heard of her? Yeah. All right, let's go back in time a little bit more to more old school. Old school. 6 feet tall. A Texan. She was muse to designers, painters, and one very famous rock star. With a voice like velvet and legs for days, she commanded the catwalk. She straddled the worlds of fashion, art, and pop culture like a pro. She was a 70s icon who wore glamour like a second skin. All right, I think you know who this is. She was muse to designers, painters, and one very famous rock star. She was discovered sunbathing in Saint-Tropez. Classic model origin story. Yeah, Sandra, you're correct. It is Mick Jagger's girl. I think she's been married to like 3 different famous people, maybe more. Maybe more. Her name is Jerry Hall. Does that sound familiar? Jerry Hall. Yeah. Yeah, we'll give it to Sandra on that one. All right. Now you've probably heard of this gal. A little bit old school. She was the first woman from Central Europe to conquer the Western fashion mags. She was the first Eastern European gal to really make it. Her high cheekbones could cut glass. A frequent cover girl in the 1980s with a look both icy and elegant. She broke barriers for Eastern European models at a time when few were seen. Her beauty was matched by her brains, later becoming a sharp, outspoken writer. All right, you want the key clue? She married Rick Ocasek of the Cars. She's a little better looking than Rick. Rick married up. Did Richard Gere marry her too? Perhaps. Maybe. You might be correct. I'm sure she's been with a few famous people. But yeah, she was definitely a little better looking than Rick Ocasek. I think you'll know the name. Paulina Poroskova. Paulina Poroskova. First of the Eastern European model. Yeah. All right, now this gal's pretty famous too. A 90s bombshell with curves and confidence to spare. She ruled Victoria's Secret's catalogs and Vogue covers alike. She has a sultry stare that became her signature, along with her iconic red lips. She even appeared in music videos for Guns N' Roses during their rock era reign. She is a poster child for supermodel glam before the term was everywhere. All right. So can anybody think who this might be? Oh no, but hang on to that, my dude. The mole will show up later. She kind of looks like the mole a little bit, but hang on to that. The mole's higher up on the list, or down lower on the list. Lower in the countdown. This gal's pretty famous though. She's been with a lot of rockers. She might have been famous for drug habits. Perhaps. She associated with the wrong people. Stephanie Seymour is her name. Stephanie Seymour. Pretty famous. Not as famous as this gal, though. Somalian Grace met Runway Command. Designers said she walked like royalty and dressed like it too. She broke boundaries for Black models in haute couture and beyond. Later, she became a cosmetic trailblazer by creating shades for women of color. Yeah, there you go. Now we're getting this. I do. She was married to David Bowie because iconic people attract iconic people. I guess that makes some sense. She was discovered in Nairobi while studying political science. She was a queen with a brain and married to David Bowie. Iman. Very big. She was big. Very big. I don't know what she's doing nowadays. She's still around, isn't she? I think so. All right. Now, I don't have the clues written down for this next one, but I do know who it is, and I will give you the clue. You guys know a little musical artist named Chris Isaac. Chris. So this gal was super important in Chris Isaac's desert surf music. No, this isn't the mole either. If she, so, the models, they'll kind of look the same. This gal, her main thing, her famous thing, she was a regular supermodel. But her most famous thing was when she was in Chris Isaac, a certain Chris Isaac music video. And it was huge, and she was huge in it. You remember, you know that the song I'm thinking of, don't you? I can't. It's really Chris Isaac's music is hard to hum. Helena Christensen. I'll think of the Chris Isaac song. Google that. I got the clues for this one. She was barely 5'6", but changed the entire industry. Now we're gonna go back in time. This guy was born in 1949. And all of us. I don't think she's still around. Perhaps she is. Her short hair and oversized lashes defined swinging London. Sandra! Her short blonde hair and oversized lashes. The waif look became the moment, and she became the poster girl for it. A model, a singer, an actress, and an icon, all before the age of 21. Nobody made androgyny look so joyful and mod. It went quite mod. So you are correct. This is Twiggy. Twiggy's nickname came from her skinny legs. Twigs, they called her. Not just Twiggy, they called her Twigs. There she is, Twigs. Remember, this is top supermodels of all time. So as we get down to the top 10, I think you're going to know. You're going to know most of it. 11. Just going back a little bit, she was born in 1969. She made timeless beauty structure. Oh, there she is. She almost disappeared there on us. Her bone structure made quiet elegance her. Calvin Klein campaigns made her a household name. No words needed. She later turned activist and documentarian. And she was still graceful, just in new ways. So she moved on to do documentaries. Timeless Beauty. Her first name is Christy. Christy. Calvin Klein. She once earned masters in public health because runway royalty and also. Who is that? This is Christy Turlington. That's not familiar? Oh, there you go, Sandra. You kind of had it. Turlington with a T. There you go. All right, top 10. I think you're going to know most of them. I really do. From high fashion runways to reality TV showdowns, she did it all. The first Black model to land a solo Sports Illustrated swimsuit cover. She ruled the Victoria's Secret runway with confidence and curves. Later, she created America's Next Top Model and topped the world to smize. I don't know what that means. Yeah, there you go. Very good, Baloo. It's correct. Fashion icon turned media mogul. Always fierce, always in charge. Yeah, there she is. This is Miss Tyra Banks. Tyra Banks. She was born in 1973. Tyra was turned down by 6 agencies before hitting it big. Then she became the agency herself. Yeah, she did. She done good. She done good. Yeah, you got to watch the little video on this one. She's quite the dancer. The robots did us good here. Tyra Banks. All right, she was number 10. So this is number 9. Number 9. Now, she was kind of famous for icy blue eyes. And she always had a fiery walk. She was one of the longest running Victoria's Secret angels with nearly 2 decades of wings. Wow. Whether in couture or commercials, she owned the spotlight. Her athleticism brought power to the runway. No waif here. She wasn't wafy. Known for devotion to both runway prep prayer beat. Before every show, she would pray backstage and eat a giant meal. Her metabolism was also iconic. All right, so Madhu, nope. This one is not Heidi Klum, but hang on to Heidi Klum because she's got to show up sooner or later. And this one was not married to Tom Brady. That's a different one too. Hang on to that one. But this was like the next one. This is like another huge model. She was from Brazil. Another Brazilian. I believe. This is Adriana Lima. Adriana Lima. That sound familiar? Adriana Lima. All right, Madhu. See if you can figure out who this one is. A German stunner who became America's sweetheart. She started as a swimsuit star and built an empire one smile at a time. From catwalks to red carpets to reality judging panels, she conquered everything. Halloween was her personal runway. I don't know what that means. Yeah, there you go. King, Madhu, you are both correct. She's a supermodel, a producer, and a business boss all rolled into one. Heidi's first big win, a modeling contest that she entered on a dare. Little known fact. Heidi Klum. Obviously, she did fairly well too. So some of these models were able to parlay their modeling careers into huge media stars. Oh, that's what it is. She loves huge Halloween party. Very good. I was wondering what that was. Thank you. Thank you, Sandra. All right, here we go. Number 7. A very pretty lady. Now, I didn't know this gal as much, but she's definitely a supermodel. She is the ultimate chameleon. Every haircut became a global trend. Her signature quote, "I don't get out of bed for less than $10,000 a day." She's going back a little while because she was born in 1965. With cheekbones like sculpture, she ruled the fashion editorial scene. She walked runways like a goddess and posed like a piece of art. A supermodel who never blended in by design. So she was kind of old school, not really a Victoria's Secret. Oh, Doctor's in the house. We always say it's good to have a doctor in the house. And you are correct. Linda Evangelista, right? Linda Evangelista. Cool name. She once changed her hair to short and dark and booked 20 covers in that month. There we go, Linda. All right. Number 6, supermodels. Another German. Germany's golden girl who could sell both Chanel and chewing gum. Her icy blonde looks drew comparisons to Brigitte Bardot. And I agree, she looks a little bit like Brigitte Bardot. She was the face of Guess, but the body of everyone runway. With over 1,000 magazine covers, she's one of fashion's most photographed. She made statuesque elegance look easy. All right, you guys knew this one. I do. King. Very good. We're into the recognizable supermodel. Claudia once caused a riot at a mall appearance in Spain. Beauty stampedes are real. I can see it happening. Good looking lady. Claudia Schiffer. Claudia Schiffer. She was born in 1970. What's that make her? That makes her in her 50s. There you go. Claudia Schiffer. All right, top five. Top five supermodels of all time. Fierce doesn't even begin to cover it. She owned every runway she walked. The first black model to cover French Vogue and Time magazine. She wasn't just a model. She was a movement in stilettos. Her walk is studied, copied, and still unmatched. She's outspoken, philanthropic, and undeniably iconic. All right, very good. Badu, you got it first. Sandra, you're correct as well. King, we already had Tyra. Tyra looked good. They all look good. And Doctor, we already had him on as well. But this is Naomi Campbell. Naomi Campbell. Naomi was discovered while window shopping in London. Proof that fashion fate strikes fast. There she is. You were out with your dog. Well, that's okay. You know, we were just doing sitcom. But you're back for the supermodel. Top five. Naomi Campbell. There you go. She was also born in 1970. There you go. All right, top four. Top four. Here we go. All right. She wasn't tall. And she wasn't even curvy. And still flipped the entire modeling industry. Her face launched the heroin chic trend of the 90s. Great. Fragile, edgy, and powerful all at once. She made grunge glamorous and turned whisper quiet allure into a scream. King, you know these. You good. I do. Kate Moss. You are correct. Heroin chic. No one ever looked more mysterious on a Calvin Klein billboard. Her first photo shoot was at the age of 14. Smoking a cigarette on a fire escape. An instant legend. Yeah, there you go. Kate Moss. Her first shoot at 14, smoking a cigarette on a fire escape. She is pretty. All right, there she is. Heroin chic. Top three. Now I know you know who this is. Let's see if you know her real name. You ready for the first clue? The mole, the hair, the Pepsi commercial. You know the one. She combined Midwestern charm with supermodel command. Her body was the blueprint for the 1990s beauty. She transitioned into business and TV while keeping her icon status intact. The mole. Now Brooke Shields. Kind of looks like Brooke Shields a little bit, though, huh? I don't think Brooke Shields was ever a supermodel. She went straight to being a star actor. Wasn't she like 12 years old or 11 years old when she did that first movie? Brooke? I think so. A star who could wear Versace or mom's jeans and still win. Cindy Crawford is, of course, correct. Yeah, Brooke with the brow, unibrow. Cindy has a degree in chemical engineering. Did you know that? Did you know that? That's why she's so good at that makeup stuff. All right, top 2 models. Can you imagine? Top 2 supermodels. Here they are. Now, they called her the body, and nobody ever argued. She dominated Sports Illustrated covers like it was her birthright. Aussie confidence, golden limbs, and that smile. Instant empire. She parlayed modeling into acting, business, and a wellness brand. Pretty good. That looks like Cameron Diaz, but the doctor has it. The doctor knows we're talking about supermodels. Denise Richards. All pretty girls. Statuesque and savvy, a rare combo. Elle McPherson. Elle holds the record for most SI swimsuit covers of 5. Oh, and counting. She might do more. Was Cameron a model? Okay. Well, I'll take it. I'm sure they were all models at some point. They're all pretty ladies. They all must have done a little modeling. Now, who could be number 1? Who could be number 1? From Brazil to the world stage, she redefined supermodel for the 2000s. Her walk became legend. It was called the horse trot. And it was heard around the world. She became the face of every major brand, from Dior to Pantene. She is the highest paid model over a decade by a long shot. Yeah. Ba-doom. You are, of course, correct. She turned the runway work into a billion-dollar career and did it all barefoot when needed. Yeah. Gisele once fell on a runway and just laughed, and then booked more shows for being unshakable. Unshakable. And Breton is in to help us out with the full answer. Oh, Sandra already had the full answer, pretty much. Although Breton's spelling is right exactly on. Thank you, Breton. Way to come in there at the end on the last number 1 supermodel for Gisele. I didn't know she fell on a runway, though. There you go. Yeah, Tom Brady. Hard to imagine that Tom Brady was the poor one in the relationship money-wise. Pretty hard to believe, huh?